Hi, Tim O'Donohue here, Relationship Store, with today's thought or theme of the day. So, today's theme of the day is trust yourself. So, not surprisingly, yesterday's theme of the day was about how things that end up being the right choice sometimes don't resonate with us when we first hear them. Today is sort of the opposite. It is about trusting what you know inside you to be right. Many times in life, we will have something in our mind, something we feel like we need to do and we think we need to do, and we don't get there. Maybe it's a career we're pursuing or a decision we're making about a relationship that we're getting feedback from others that does not resonate, doesn't seem right, but then we end up following it. Like go study this because it's safe, when really in our heart we want to study something different, for example. So for example, well, sometimes the solution is about balancing those two things. So remember, anytime you go with your gut or whether you go with a logical choice, it's good to have a process of number one, collecting information. Be open to hear what other people say. So don't automatically think somebody's trying to talk you out of it or like, oh, I know this person, so they don't know what they're talking about. Be open. Take in the information because maybe there's something that you haven't thought of. Each person maybe brings you one small piece of information that together helps you make the decision. Because remember, there's no certain decisions. What you're doing is collecting information, balancing between the logical and the emotional and what your gut might be saying, and making the best decision you can in that situation. I had a client earlier today, and she was discussing this about choosing between what was a more artistic pursuit in life and what was more a logical pursuit in life. So two different careers, one which called out to her emotionally and the other which logically. So one, the logical was more about the money and the stability, and the emotional choice was more about the artistic freedom of that choice. So she got a lot of feedback from people in terms of what to do, which direction to go based on who they were and what they thought she was facing. When I asked her, like, what does her gut say? She said something like, well, my gut says I'm supposed to do both, but I know when I do too many things at once, that's where I run into trouble. So this is an instance where the person had previous negatives with taking on too many projects at once. And so this seemed to fit into that mold. So it seemed like a decision had to be made. However, after exploring it with her, it seemed more realistic and logical that she could do both. That the logical pursuit would actually possibly lead to more of the artistic pursuit. And so what was needed was a plan and a prioritization. So it wasn't that it was this decision to make at all, that she had to choose one or the other, and it wasn't based on this moment or the next moment. It was based on having, how can I get my goal and have a balanced plan to get there. So the theme is today is about going with what you know. So in this case, that's what her heart was telling her. There's got to be a way to do both, even though she was getting logical information to the contrary, and some of it from her own past experience. However, that's why each situation, it's important to sit down with it as objectively as possible. If possible, run it by another person, and a licensed counselor is definitely someone who can do that with you to help you come to your best conclusion. So, Tim O'Donohue, Relationship Store. This has been the theme or thought of the day. Relationship Stores at 241 South Frontage Road in Suite 36, Burr Ridge, Illinois. 630 974 6777. We're here to help. Thanks.